All right, here we are back for reveal number 810. This is a 1945 Philadelphia roll, and this one has been taped and retaped and taped over, so it may be a little more difficult to get into. So give me some patience, and we'll get this rolling, literally. Let's see here. Let me get my knife out. This will do the job for sure. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, got that end. Let's see. All right. Pretty coins. Nice looking coins. Let's see what we get out of here now. Coin number 1 will be for shin bone. I'm still working on something that will work for this area here. If I leave it black, which is normal. Oh, look at there. We got a class 6 double die. Class 6 DDO. Extra fat 1, tail of the 9, the edge of the 5, all are kind of fat. Fatter than they should be. The LIB is concave on the outside. So that is right off the bat a double die. Coin number 1. See if we have anything on the reverse. Double die reverses are known on 1945 Philadelphia Lincoln cents, so we're going to keep our eyeballs open for a bit on that. But shin bone, first coin, first double die. That would be nice. How about a whole roll of double dies? Coin number 2, Kurt Pierce. Let's see what Kurt gets. Okay, this one appears more normal. Nice earlier die state, but no die variety on the obverse of this one. Let's check the reverse side. Nothing particularly special going on there. So we move on to the next coin. It is a nice coin, but there's nothing noteworthy. Ant. What do we get for Ant? Looks like another normal coin. It's got a double die on the very first coin in the roll. Haven't seen anything since. We're on coin number 3 now. Nothing on the reverse of this one. Let's go to coin number 4 for Frosty. And for Frosty, it's normal, 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 and normal. So, we'll look at the reverse. Also normal. It's got nothing going on there. Coin number 5 now. See, if I take this white away from here, it has a tendency to be too bright. I guess not. Okay, so we can do it this way. Mark up next. Let's see what Mark gets. Little doubled eyelid to the north on this one. It's a little extra point up to the north of the eyelid. That's what it looks like anyway. I'm going to keep it out. Yeah, I can see it from all angles. So it is there. It's that light shade that you see right above the eyelid is doubling. Doubling on the eyelid. Let's see what we got next here. Anything on the reverse? Well, nothing, but we do have doubling on the eyelid. Another one for Mark. All right, let's see coin number 6 now. Doug. And Doug. It's going to be another one of those little eyelids, isn't it? No. No. Got nothing there. Let's check on this side. Do we have... Boy, it's so minor. Yeah, it's not going to be callable. As a very minor Class 6 double die on the reverse here. You can just see a little bit of it there on the left. That's not enough. Really, really minor. Mickey now. Well, Mickey, you're getting the short end of the stick today. You got a spotty coin. You got a 47D. Maybe you'd have better luck if you weren't watching live. Number 8, Brad. Mr. Anderson, would you looky there? Now this roll has been sealed for years and years, and there is a D mint mark in this. So I'm not sure what to say. Somebody made a mistake and threw a D coin in with all their fillies. And this one got wrapped that way. Let's see what we get now for Chubby Pop Chaser. Alright, back to Philadelphia. Nothing there. Number 10, Carl. Haven't seen anything but one very minor double die reverse. We'll keep going for a few more coins. Give it a chance to pop up and see if there is anything there. This one for Sissy, another 45D. Okay, well we have a mixed roll here. I'm not really sure what to say about it. I think I've been taped together for a long time. So every chance to find doubling and stuff in the 45D as there is in the 45 plain. Dan also gets a D mint mark. It doesn't bother me either, but it's not a quote-unquote original roll. That's the part I don't like. But whomever mixed these did not recognize the double dies because we are getting them. Oh, it's impossible for me to know. I can't know because I don't look in these rolls prior to us opening them. I'm buying them based on what the wrap says, what the tube says, whatever. So I can't know at all. Here's number 14, Doug. I certainly don't put these together because if I did, they would be a little more perfect. I'd pay a little bit of attention. Another 45D. Coin 15 now for Sissy. She got a 45D before. I think this one is a plain. And it is. And we've got a north doubled eyelid there. You can see the little bubble sitting on top of the eyelid. It's another example of that same die again. So we have a doubled eyelid for Sissy. Now 16, Taco John. Check the reverse on this one real quick. Nope. Rather weakly struck it is. Coin 17, DC. That's a double die. That's what I thought I was seeing. That's a different double die from any I've ever seen. Yep, it shows up on In God We Trust. Huh. I've never seen this. This is a different one to me. You can see it there on the edge of the D. It's right here. You can see it. And then if you follow these letters around, you'll see it in the same area, going all the way around. Right, and it gets stronger as you get over here. But when you get down to the date, it's pretty strong. You can see it here on the bottom of the 5 and the center of the 5, and you can see it on the bottom of the 4 here. I don't think I see anything on the 9. Well, a little bit maybe on the 9, but not on the 1. Let's check Liberty. I don't see anything here. So it starts really minor on this edge and comes around and gets a little more, a little more, a little more. And then when you get down to the date, it shows up pretty nicely there on the bottom of the digits. I might have seen one of these prior to this, but that one I'm absolutely 100% sure is a nice double die. So that's for DC. As when I first looked at it like this, I thought that 5 looked a little tall. You know, looked a little strangely tall. And then I got up here and I started seeing some of that double. You can't really see it very well at this distance. All good, Frosty. I know some things have been going on. You just call me when you can. No big deal. I appreciate your message anyway. All right. So, we're going to keep checking these pretty carefully. Whoops. What did I do here? I folded this over. I didn't mean to. There we go. Unfolded. DC. Coin number 17. Now 18. Mr. McCumber. Let's see what we can get for you. Oh, it's a 45D. Okay, so we have a mixed 45 plain and D roll. The D coins I've gotten out of here so far have not been impressive. But the plain coins are definitely nice. A few double dies have popped up out of here. Next coin for Mickey. Not the same. Not the north eyelid. Nothing. Okay. Nothing there. Coin 20. Taco John. Another D mint mark, I think. Nope. Not a D mint mark, just a dirty 45. Well, and one for Tripwit here. Nope. Oof. Yuck. Pain in the elbow. I hate that. I've had that before. Mine wasn't gout either. I had basically a bruised tendon. That's what they said. It hurt. That's all I know. Where does the coin go? Here we go. I lost it. Could be bursitis, although bursitis is not as normal in the elbow as it would be in the shoulder. I've had bursitis in the shoulder, and that was... it was icky. I couldn't lift my arm above my head. And that was back during a time I was especially healthy because I was at the gym 3 or 4 times a week, which is probably where I got the problem. Jim. One for Jim. And it looks rather normal. Well, Dirty Water, I sure hope you get to feeling better soon. Hope they can do something about that. Generally, bursitis, they can put a shot in your elbow and it will feel better. But you will have a lifetime of going and getting shots because if it's bursitis, it's a non-curable thing. It's just treatable. Better looking 45D than some of the others I've seen. But still, the fact that it's a mixed roll kind of bothers me. Especially since I don't think 45D shoots for as high a price as 45 plain. I think 45 plain rolls are more valuable. For Carl here. Not spatial. Not spatial at all. But not a dement. So, there's one for Stan. Another dement. Nothing. I almost feel like I'm trying to do two different reveals at once here. DC again. And DC. It's normal. Normal coin. Number 30 now for Sissy. It's not one of them. I thought it might be one of those double dies there for a minute. Might be, but it's not. Just a normal one. Yeah, Dirty Water, we have found a nice Class 6 double die obverse on 45 Philadelphia. We have found a North doubled eyelid on the 45 Philadelphia. We have found a nice double die obverse on 45 Philadelphia, along with about 5 or 6 Denver Mint coins in this roll so far, meaning that when it was put together way back when, it was put together from two different sources. Well, we sure hope you find out soon what's going on. It's kind of spooky having stuff get painful and you don't know why. So when I get finished with this, I'll have just under an hour to eat and get myself prepped for my conversation with my son. There we go. There's another one of those double dies right there. You can see it especially well on the bottom of the 5 and the bottom of the 4, and then you come around here and you can see it in trust very easily. Nice double die. I don't think I've ever seen an example of this before. So if anybody gets a second, I'll take it. Alright, Chubby Pop Chaser. Let's see what we get for Chubby Pop Chaser. You guys know I'm not digging through these rolls. I wouldn't leave all these out for you guys. If I were to find them, and it were my roll to go through, I would have just gotten a double die that I haven't seen before. But I do it this way because I enjoy watching you guys get the collectibles. I enjoy watching you guys gain value out of what you see. And I like to find it for you. Well, it would have to be if it's if it's the first one, whichever one is the nicest in the roll is going to be the plate coin. I don't know right now which one will be selected. We've got 2 of them so far. There's another one of the doubled eyelid to the north. Little things right there. Little nub sitting on top of the eyelid. That is the 3rd one of those I found in here so far. Or the 4th one, I'm sorry. Nope, it is the 3rd one. Now number 38, Carl. See what Carl gets. It's not one of our double eyelids. It's not one of the double dies. So, Frosty, I really don't know for sure because I didn't look at it closely enough to grade it, but I would say that's very possible. I didn't look at the coin, I just looked at it under a scope, which gives you false sense of grading. Another one of the doubled eyelids. This one for Stan. And anytime you're looking at a coin under a microscope, you're getting a false sense of its grade. Oftentimes, you're going to be undergrading if you're doing it that way. Here's another one of the double dies. That's one of the Class 6 double dies right there. Coin number 1 in this roll was one of these. And now coin number 40. Nice, nice. Who got number 1? Shinbone. Shinbone got number 1. This one is number 40. Huh. Look who comes up right after the second one of those, I find. Shinbone. Let's see what Shinbone gets. Another one of the doubled eyelids to the north there. That one's a little more obvious. Or, yeah. I don't know. That might be the same die, and it might not be. We'll put it in the doubled eyelid pile. Nothing this time. Got nothing here. Right, Jim? Eric's going to have a lot of fun with this. I hope I have more than 50 coins in here. I'll replace somebody's coin. I did not count these because they just came out of a sealed tube. Coin number 44. Mr. Pierce. See what we got for Kurt. Nothing there. Nothing there. How about number 45? Back to Shinbone. Trying to give Shinbone as much as we possibly can in here. But this time around, nothing additional. Alright. Well, let's see if Polly can get something. Well, not any of that mess. Nope. Nada. Normal coin. Number 47. Brad. There are exactly 50 coins here. So, those who got the D-mint, I suppose if you have an issue with having received a D-mint coin, you can let me know. We'll work something out. For the most part, I don't think people will really have a problem with having received a D-mint coin. At least upped your odds a little bit for getting an RPM. Number 48 now. Back to Jim. Normal coin. How about 49? Chubby Pop Chaser. We will be having a reveal show tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. I do believe both of us are going to be participating in doing reveals this coming week, so there could be up to 8 or 9 rolls to get yourself involved in tomorrow. Here's Ant, last coin in the roll. Pretty nice coin, no doubling. Can I put coin 49 back up? Yes, I can. to Chubby Pup Chaser. I want to see the back of the head. There's the back of the head. You've got part of a C clash going on right down here. All of this is worn dye material. Very worn, late to very late dye state coin. Ah, the clash. Okay. That's what it were. Alright, folks. Well, we will be having a reveal show tomorrow evening. I'm still contemplating the idea of whether or not I want to do an auction on Tuesday. I may do an auction. I may do something completely different. I'm not sure. No waffles this evening. I'm going to be doing reveals instead. So, be back at 4 o'clock, I think I did. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 Central, 2 o'clock Pacific. We'll get started on this again. I'll see you then. Have a great afternoon, everybody.